just got here for a visit. Really excited. She's gonna be here for a week. She brought me a bunch of like knickknacks. I bought a bunch of seasonings and stuff that I forgot to bring the last time, so she brought those for me. And then she brought a bunch of other stuff like that I can't get on Amazon or anywhere else here. So I'm really excited for all my new things. Let me show you. I'm so excited. I feel like I'm gonna start every vlog with, so my mom's here. But I'm gonna be whispering. Let me eat this mango strip first. These mango strips are so good. Costco sells these really big packages of mango strips. And they're just like the mango strips from Trader Joe's, the soft and juicy mango strips from Trader Joe's. If you guys ever get those or know about those, they used to be my favorite. When I was in New York, I had a Trader Joe's 5 minutes from my apartment. So I would stock up on these packages of mango strips, but Costco makes a giant bag full of mango strips, and it's so good. So every time I go home or someone from home comes here and I know there's a Costco, I'm like, can you bring me a bag of mango strips? So my mom bought me a really big bag of the mango strips. Anyway, my computer is here. So my husband bought me a computer for my birthday. My birthday's in January, but it's on sale now, so we went ahead and got it now. And I'm starting to celebrate my co-working space. Mama's working now. My first time working away from the home. My husband got this as early birthday present, so I'm really excited. I just need to tell him that it's here because we're waiting for the delivery guy. Yes! Oh my god, I'm so excited. Yes, she's here. She's finally here. Yeah, I decided to, oh, this is kind of satisfying. Pulling this little tab here. I don't know why that's oddly satisfying. Is it like, oh, you gotta pull both tabs. Okay. So I ended up getting I upgraded the storage. I didn't get the baseline 8 gig with 256 SSD storage. I got the 16 gig RAM with the 512, I think.
macOS contains a built-in screen reader called VoiceOver.
Yeah, so I got that, and then I got the bigger one with the 15-inch screen because I was gonna get a MacBook Pro, but one, I didn't like how heavy it was. Two, I've used the Air, and it actually held up with what I wanted to do and the things that I was doing with it. I've learned a lot of lessons with that though, with my Air. I learned to do everything on an SSD, on a portable SSD, and not use it all on the computer, which I wasn't really doing before, but I would save stuff like photos, and I would airdrop stuff to the computer, which I think over time, even if you delete the memory that you've used, you're using the read-write capability of the computer, and it draws from the RAM. So I learned a lot of stuff. I feel like if you can learn those lessons, you can get away with using this as your workhorse for editing. And I do simple editing. I'm not doing like After Effects or Adobe or anything like that. I'm just using the built-in Mac ecosystem for my editing. And I also learned that Chrome is a lot harder on the RAM than Safari is. So I'll use Safari from now on onto this one. So I feel like with that, you can save at least €1,000. So I'm gonna do that. Okay, so we're gonna set this up. ready for my first day at this co-working space. I'm really excited, but also nervous at the same time. Leaving my baby to go to work. Yeah, but I have to look at it like, it's just a few hours. I'm doing 2 half days a week. So basically 4 hours each day. And it's really just to give me time to like focus, edit, do all the things I need to do because I have so much stuff on my hard drive and I haven't been producing. And YouTube hit me up the other day and was like, sis, you ain't made a video in like how long? Like you need to, I didn't even know that was a thing that YouTube does that, but it's good that they do because they keep you accountable. So I'm okay with that, but I'm ready to jump back in. So we're gonna get dressed and yeah, all the things. Thank you. Thank you. What? Thank you. Aww. I'm gonna cry. So the very next day, we had a visit to a bird park. I know this is going to sound weird, but there's a beautiful bird park here in the Netherlands. It's called Avivana. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, but it's a really beautiful bird park that just has like the coolest animals and birds, like small animals, and then also like a lot of things for children, like a nice playground. It's such a beautiful place. I have a very interest and fascination with birds, so I was really excited about going to this place. And then since my mom was in town, I thought it was like the perfect thing to do as a family. It was really nice. So when we first got into the park, we walked around a bit and then we went straight to the playground just to kind of give Mason some time to get his energy out and make this about him. Look at this playground. When I tell you, it was so dope. Look at this slide. They just had all of this stuff like built in to the park. Like, it was so cool. So you would get a full experience for your child as well as for yourself, because this stuff is big. Like, we could go down as adults. It was just beautiful, and they had nature incorporated everywhere. Fish. I mean, I love fish. I love the water. Every time I see water, I always like go up to it and see if I can see any fish in there. So it was really cool to see some really nice sized fish. And then on the other side of the playground, they had more stuff for kids, like this little riding area. They could ride little tricycles and just all kind of cool stuff. So kids of all ages can come here and have a lot of fun. Mason is obsessed with trains right now, so this was perfect for him. It was just such a cute little space. Then we just kind of walked around just a little bit, and they had this little area where it's like a huge trampoline. I love these. I've seen these before in the States, but they have a lot of them here in the Netherlands, and I love seeing them. This is our first time taking Mason on one. He's only ever been on a trampoline one time, so I was really interested in seeing if he was gonna like be into this. He hasn't really started jumping yet as of this video. Like, he just turned 2 recently, so now he's like jumping all the time, jumping on couches and anything that has a spring. But at the time of filming this, he was about 22 months, so he wasn't quite into it yet. But I do have some videos later on that I'm gonna show you of him really getting into it. And then this thing, look how cool this thing is. It's like a little tractor thing. I was having more fun with that than Mason was, of course, because he was too small. He couldn't get into it. But here are some of the birds that they had. They had really beautiful birds. And this one specifically, I felt like I had a connection with him or her because he just kept staring at us. And every time I would talk, like I was going up to the cages and talking to the animals, like even this bird, like they let you get really close to them. It's just really cool. I love nature. I love animals. So I really felt like I was at peace and one with the place. So this part right here, oh my God, lemurs. They literally had lemurs at this particular part. It's like an enclosed area where you can go in and get a really close up experience with the lemurs. It was the coolest thing ever. Like, to think that I didn't have to go, or we didn't have to go all the way to Madagascar to get this experience was amazing. I really had a good time here. Mason did too. You're not allowed to touch them. They can touch you, but you cannot touch them. Of course, for obvious reasons, because if anything happens, they want to make sure that they're, at peace and not disturbed. So Mason, of course, I think he thought they were cats. He wanted to like grab their tails. So I was having to like hold him as much as I could, but I still I didn't hold him with restrictions. I kind of let him see a little bit. But if I saw his hand reaching out, then I would, pull it back very gently, not in a frightening way, just kind of being calm around the animals. Like, it was just so nice, like really cool. I really just wanted to pick one up and hug it so bad. It was just so cute. And then they were so peaceful and calm. It was such a beautiful experience. Like, just watching the footage now, I'm like, oh, I want to go back. It's a really cool experience. That's why I love the Netherlands, because they have so many cool things for kids and things that adults can enjoy at the same time as their kids. You know what I mean? Like, it's not just focused on kids or focused on adults. They incorporate both, from the bars to the playgrounds. Like, everything is something for either the child or the adult. After this, we kind of just went around the park, enjoyed a little bit more. I think my battery died a little bit after this, so I ended up having to switch cameras. Okay, and then we went over to the flamingo side of the park, or where the flamingos were. I really love flamingos. I'm always fascinated with like how pink they are and how they become pink. So I spent quite some time standing and staring here. I'm the kind of person that can go to places like these and just go for hours, like all day. Like, look how red and beautiful this one was. It's just so fascinating, like nature and everything outside of humanity. I feel like is really interesting and fascinating, and I love to appreciate it and respect it, and it's just such a cool thing. I could literally spend all day. Then we saw a white peacock. So I've never seen an albino peacock, like completely albino. It was really fascinating. Spent a lot of time watching her as well, or him, I'm not sure. Then this little duck kept following us, so I just stopped and filmed this duck. Then we went on to, this is the bird, I think it's like a parrot section where like they have the colorful parrots and you get to feed them. So he gave us like this little thing of feed. It's some kind of water mixture with food in it. And you're supposed to walk through this enclosed area, and then the birds come down to you. Now, the funny thing is, you don't even get time to like prepare for what's about to happen. It's just explained to you very quickly, and you just get the little cups and you walk through. So I didn't even have time to like understand like, okay, what now? We're going to feed them. How's this going to work? Are they coming to us? Are we going to them? So as soon as we walked in, they just started flying, like flocking to us. But it was really cool because we knew to keep a sense of peace, and I think they felt that peace. So it was really interesting. Again, another thing that I could have spent all day doing, but I was with people. But I think one day I'm going to take Mason here, like when he's older, and just spend a full day. Here we went back to, there was another trampoline thingy on a different side or a different part of the park. And this was towards the end of the evening. This was so relaxing to kind of do before we left the park and went to dinner and stuff. And I just love how Mason just opened up like a flower. He was obsessed with this thing. When I tell you he loved it, we spent so much time on here. And even when it was time to go, he was not ready, kicking and screaming. So we then went to a restaurant that was attached to the park. Beautiful restaurant. The food was so good. And look at the playground. Literally right next to where we were eating, the playground was right there. So we were able to sit and enjoy a glass of something, spritzer, cocktail, wine, whatever. It was just so nice. Like, it was great. And this is what I'm talking about. They have stuff for both adults and kids alike. It doesn't have to be separate. So the next day, we actually took a trip to Omanopa's. So you guys saw Mason's Omanopa's place in one of my other vlogs, and you saw how peaceful and beautiful it was there. It's a place that we love going to. Such a peaceful place, and I wanted my mom to visit there as well and experience that. She's visited there before because whenever she comes for a visit, we always go and hang out with my in-laws, and they get along very well, so it's so beautiful. But I just love coming here and just eating all the fruits. They have so many fruits. I mean, look at these grapes. Like, they have grapes, strawberries, cherries, apples, plums, pears, tomatoes, vegetables, pumpkin, potato, onion. They have so many fruits and vegetables here. It's so nice to just go and visit and see how Mason enjoys it. Like, he loves the outdoors. He loves being outside. So it's really nice for him to have a place like this to visit and go. Like, I'm so grateful. A little bit of backstory about the bird park. How we even got there, even found out about that place. There's so many cool places here, and I follow a bunch of Instagram accounts that kind of, give snapshots into some of the places here. But we had our TV repaired a few months back, and the TV repairman was just gushing about this place, and he showed me pictures of it because he had just taken his child, and I was like, oh my god, I have to go when my mom comes because she loves birds too. So it was just perfect, and I love how the universe worked for him to be at our house that day and say that, because we went and it was amazing and we loved it. So after spending the evening at Omanis and Opus, we made our way back home.